Good afternoon. On September 21st of this year, at the address of 285 Centennial Olympic Park Drive, the Narcotics Unit received a tip of a possible stash house at a unit located in the condominiums. Further investigation revealed a search warrant, and in that search warrant, in the unit, the department recovered 65.6 grams, or 65.6 kilos of cocaine, which is a street value over $1.64 million, 2.1 kilograms of black tar heroin, which holds a street value of $96,210, 3.5 pounds of marijuana, which comes out to $8,500 street value, as well as $127,000 in cash. Total street value of the drugs is $1,746,281. This is by far a historic seizure for APD Narcotics initiated investigation. We have identified a suspect. His name is Jeffrey Freeman. He is a 43-year-old black male. He has charges of trafficking cocaine, trafficking heroin, possession of marijuana with intent to distribute, as well as forgery. In addition, information gained through the investigation, on October 4th, a search warrant was conducted at 920 Memorial, and in that search warrant, we discovered an additional $94,790. Total cash seized of this investigation comes out to $222,490. This, coupled with the drug seizure, is by far a historical amount for the City of Atlanta's Police Department. Never before have we seized this amount of drugs with a street value of nearly $2 million, as well as an additional $250,000 in cash. This proves that the Narcotics Unit of the Atlanta Police Department is committed to the citizens and the City of Atlanta in our fight and neutralization of gangs, guns, and drugs. If anybody has any information on the whereabouts of Mr. Freeman, please contact Crime Stoppers at 404-577-TIPS, T-I-P-S. Now I'm ready to answer any questions.
So do you all think all of this belongs to Freeman?
We believe it belonged to Freeman. Freeman, there is evidence of Freeman residing at both places, and there's evidence that he resided there alone.
So no one else was in the...
No one else was in the homes, but clearly we don't believe Freeman is the lone drug dealer or recipient of these narcotics.
Is there any indication that this is something related to a gang that is operating this, selling these drugs, trafficking these drugs, or no?
We don't have any information yet as to a nexus between gangs, but clearly this amount of drugs and narcotics seized, we would have to think it deals with cartel. That's cartel weight. So if you do know who Mr. Freeman is, let us know. Call Crime Stoppers. Losing that much cocaine, I'm sure his life is in danger to some degree, and we'd like to speak with him before anything should happen.
Do you all think he's...
What can you tell us about Mr. Freeman and things that led up to him being the finger pointed at?
For us to get on the trail of Mr. Freeman, there were fraudulent IDs in the location at Centennial Olympic Park with a fraudulent name. Through our investigation, we were able to identify Mr. Freeman as that person on the fraudulent IDs and that person who occupied that residence.
Any previous known criminal record activity?
Previous known activity is some fraud, but that's the extent of it. Not much in the way of narcotics.
Your characterization is like cartel level, so he took a significant step up based on simple fraud.
Absolutely. I guess it would be fair to say that, he's been flying under the radar. Nearly $2 million of narcotics is a huge amount. Certainly not personal use.
Can you tell me a little about the locations of these stash houses? Like you said, one of them is near Centennial Olympic Park.
Both locations were basically condominiums. And obviously with the stash house, they're not going to sell out of it. The whole purpose of a stash house is to store narcotics. So you're not going to sell out of it. There's not going to be a lot of foot traffic going. There's not going to be a lot of awareness by neighbors seeing a lot of traffic come to the unit. So that's exactly what it is. They store narcotics there and then will transport to different areas of the city.
So based on your estimation that this was a historic seizure, how do you feel that, what would be the immediate impacts for the neighborhood with this amount of drugs just out of circulation for that area?
Well, the impact of this arrest is far-reaching, okay? This isn't just metro area weight. This could go to surrounding states and communities. We like to think that we have put a very sizable dent in the drug environment in our community, in the city of Atlanta, and goes towards our commitment to protecting the citizens. The mayor and Chief Shearbaum, to a man on this department, we are responsible for neutralizing gangs, guns, and drugs. And certainly the narcotics unit is doing their share.
What message do you hope this sends to other drug cartels or drug operations that are here in the city?
Bluntly, keep it out of Atlanta.
Not to minimize the take and the historical nature, but if you could attempt to quantify, how much of this is representative of what's going on in Metro Atlanta.
Well, and of course, we look at the stuff we see is how much gets by us, right? I mean, it's just it's an astounding amount of narcotics in any large metropolitan area. We have three major interstates running through the middle of the city. We have the largest airport, the busiest airport. We are going to be a hub for drug trafficking. There's no doubt about that. As far as the effect we'll have, these are, over 65 kilos of cocaine. Now, when they get sent out to the smaller dealers, they get broken down, they get cut, and we're having a huge problem with fentanyl. So they can cut the cocaine to make it go a longer distance, more money out of it, with deadly fentanyl. So hopefully, we're hopeful that we have averted at least some deaths with this seizure.
All right, last question. We've got two more questions, David and Jeffrey. Do you think that Freeman is still in the Metro Atlanta area?
We don't believe that he's in the Metro Atlanta area. There are possible ties to Arizona and Maryland, and we are investigating those areas as well.
All right,
So
thanks,
with,
guys.
speaking of cartel level, do we have any idea where these drugs may have originated?
We don't know for sure, but one area that pops up in my mind is most likely Colombia.
Thank you, everyone. We'll make sure we provide you all with photos of Mr. Freeman as well